challenge. But this too will be a major hurdle, and the new central midfield partner in Trevor Stevens will have another tough task to provide service for Ali McCoy and Maurice Johnston. One of the unsung Rangers heroes has been Stuart Monroe, who hasn't missed a first-team match this season, operating either at full-back or in left midfield, and that transfer fee confirms his immense value for money. John Brown, too, has proved himself a key member of the Rangers squad with equally convincing performances in central defence, at full-back and in midfield, where he may well operate this afternoon. And that's a very adventurous team selection by Aberdeen. They welcome back Hans Hilhouse after injury, and although he'll well number 3, he'll no doubt join Charlie Nicholas and Willem van der Ark in attack. So the tactical formation employed by Alex Smith and Jockey Scott will be very interesting indeed. And with Theo Stelter still unfit, a major test faces 19-year-old Michael Watt, playing only his 4th first-team game. He's a tall, agile young man with an excellent pair of hands, but his nerve will be tested to the full in the opening stages in particular. The nerve is certainly not a problem for Jim Beck, the former Rangers player with a key role in midfield for Aberdeen. He's enjoying one of his best ever seasons and is clearly motivated to add to his 22 caps in World Cup year. The referee this afternoon, Mr. Brian McGinley from Balfron, ideally suited for a big occasion like this. So Rangers start the match. Tremendous atmosphere inside the stadium once again. Almost filled to capacity, just one small area on the Aberdeen fans not fully occupied. Maurice Johnston with the header, and the Aberdeen formation is coming clearer now. They have McLeish and Irvin in marking role with McKinney sweeper, and that leaves Robert Connor on a wide left, with Michael Watt being pressurised by Johnston. And the referee does not react to appeals for offside against Johnson. Here's Walter going down without any challenge being made. Clearly a slip by Mark Walter. Some of the Rangers fans feeling hopefully for a penalty. Stevens to Walters again. Rangers are very anxious to pressurise the young goalkeeper. Here's Maurice Johnston. Put in by Stevens. Goes all the way through to be collected by Grant. Irvin's header. And you're doing well. Here's Terry Butcher. John Brown starting the match at left back with Stuart Monroe in midfield. This is Johnson. Took his eye off the ball. Good header. Stevens stepping away from Connor, who got him late, so it's a free kick to Rangers. Stevens trying to find Trevor Stevens, but Aberdeen coping well in defence. Here's Beck sliding away from Spackman, linking with Mason. Last week to Nicholas. Now Beck. That's beyond Walter for Connor. A fine pass from Beck. Hilhouse, van der Ark and Nicholas wait in the middle. Nicholas van der Ark is guilty of pushing. Going in behind Terry Butcher. Great pass back from Jim Beck, beating Walter, releasing Connor. Van der Ark going towards the far post. Butcher was there, and the foul committed by the Dutchman. Good header from Connor. There's Van der Ark. Grant under pressure from Spackman. This is Walter. Now Monroe. Spackman again. Taken from the back by Beck after the pass has been released. Beck will be in trouble with the referee. It'll be the first booking of the match. Good play this from Rangers. Spackman releasing the pass, then taking that clumsy challenge from the back from Beck. Oh, that will certainly curtail Beck's activities now. 10 minutes gone. Yellow card shown. Well, there by McLeish, and Walter still in possession. Away from McLeish. comes back. It's well won by McKinney, and that's a foul on Connor. Gary Stevens in the thick of the action there inside the box, committing that foul. The error there by McLeish. Now just look at the way Walter takes on McLeish. Makes for the byline. A great challenge there by McKinney. Tackle made by Irvin, very decisive indeed. McKinney going up with Johnson. There's Monroe looking for McCoy, who's onside. Trying to get the ball across the face of the goal. Irvin turned it behind for the corner. McCoy took up good position there to win possession, then tried to drag the ball wide to the cross, which Irvin blocked to his considerable discomfort. Even with the corner, Michael Watt goes up. He's under a lot of pressure there. Unfair pressure, says the referee. They're pumping and pushing inside the 6-yard box. The keeper will be relieved about that. He didn't manage to get a clean catch. Full stretch there, appear to be pushed by Richard Goff. Jimmy to Connor. Look back. Starting to make space for himself, seeing some abuse from the Rangers fans. Certainly won't trouble him. Here's Charlie Nicholas. Good possession play by Nicholas, but Monroe is there ahead of Grant. Header. Brett knocks it on, but straight to the feet of Gary Stevens. Stevens using his space to try to get away from Hillhouse. With McCoy. McCoy the second time. And kneed away by Mason when the offside flag was up. Well, another fine build-up from Rangers. Stevens eluding Hillhouse, a dummy from Stephen. It was Stephen who was offside then as McCoy was shooting for goal. Mason got a touch. So did Nicholas. Butcher lofting it forward. And no foul given. McCoy's going down. The clash with McKinney. We saw that as completely accidental. A long high ball. It looked as though McCoy may have leaned into McKinney the first time, and then he tripped over the full-back line. Johnson getting a call to hold the ball from his teammates when it was in the air. Not an easy one to control. There's Monroe testing the pace of Mason. Mason did well. He was quick enough to halt the progress of Monroe, but here's Johnson, well tackled by Beck. They'll do a corner kick again to Rangers. They've had a series of these in the first half. Without putting real pressure on Michael Watt in goal as yet. Here's another opportunity. Trevor Stephen. And here's Coach Paul. The keeper is there to beat that out. Backman nodding it on, it came off Mason. A shot from Walter. There's Brown sending it back in, up goes Butcher, there's Goff! And a brilliant save from Watt. Undoubtedly the save the young Aberdeen keeper has been waiting for. Pressure mounting on the Aberdeen defence. The ball played in by John Brown, delightful head flick on from Butcher. There was Goff to the far corner, and what a great save it was. Still under pressure, the keeper. Goes Johnson, beaten by Irvin. Back with Spackman. Trevor Stephen again. Off the ball, the keeper goes for him again, and he certainly will have enjoyed that little flurry of activity coming through a major test for flying colours. That's Butcher. Beautifully controlled by Johnson. Makes that look easy. Gary Stevens storming forward. That's towards McCoy. Watt is committed. Getting tremendous applause once again from the Aberdeen fans behind him. McCoy providing the menace on that occasion. Nicholas. Now Grant. Mason ringing along the right. Oh, policed by Brown. Here's Monroe. Trying to get that beyond Irvin. Big defender turns it out for the throw. And the floating stages of what has been a fascinating first half. Still no goals. And no lack of interest here. Trevor Stephen. Away from Grant. Fine ball in there. Connor with the clearance. Backman again finding Stephen. Took a knock from Mason. Brown into the box for McCoy. Stephen with the far forward cross. Up goes Goff. It's back with Johnson. Under pressure all the way, Maurice Johnson from Connor. And a fine piece of play by Rangers. McCoy back to Stephen. There was a challenge at the far post by Goff. Down for Maurice Johnson. And the shot goes rifling over the top. Headed on by Spackman. Maurice Johnson. Spackman charging forward on the left. Such an effective player in midfield for Rangers. Back with Brown. Irvin headed clearance. The referee checking now with his linesman. We're into time added on for stoppages in the first half. Field for handball as the ball comes off Mason. With Jim Brett. Shade casual perhaps. Took a knock there from Spackman, but the half-time whistle goes with Brett on the ground injured following that clash with Nigel Spackman. Well, this really was a heavy tackle. Brett with a shade casual trying to control that. In came Spackman. And Beck having to be helped off the field now. No assistance required though for Michael Watt, and he undoubtedly is the reason why Aberdeen are still in level terms. One magnificent save from a Richard Goff header, keeping Aberdeen in the match, and altogether a fine first half performance from the young people. It's Rangers 0, Aberdeen 0. Aberdeen getting the ball back quickly to their young goalkeeper Michael Watt, who had such a successful first half. And Aberdeen were right under the collar for long periods in that first half because they faced so many corner kicks from Rangers, so many attacks, although the quality of the defending really was top class. And now they're on the attack, wearing the first corner kicks of the second half. Brian McGinley's had a fine match. Period in the match, of course, right at the start of the second half. Every Rangers player back inside the box to defend. Woods is committed again, and there's no serious challenge to the keeper. Williamson is looking pensive in the director's box. Good pass from Spackman. Here's Johnson. Choice breaking on the left. Trying to hold off Alec McLeish. Good play by McCoy. And it's come behind there for a corner kick. Ryan Irvin doing extremely well. Just look at the way McCoy holds off Alec McLeish, and that's not an easy task at all. McLeish goes down. Irvin trying to make up ground. McCoy trying to make certain, and Irvin slides in with a tackle. There's Walters. Delicate one inside for Stevens. The challenge came from McLeish. And yet another corner kick to Rangers. Short corner kick, what between Stephen and Walter. There's Gary Stevens again. Walters with the cross. There's McCoy. Just needs a glimpse of goal, Ali McCoy. Very difficult half chance for the Rangers striker. Patiently built up from the edge of the box. It came back here to Walter. There was a cross into the box. Rope there for McCoy, swing in behind McKimmie. Watt had the corner covered. Middle of the field is Spackman. It's a forward, but straight to Brian Irvin. Nicholas, Grant. Easily robbed by Butcher. Pass to this is Walters on the right. Big inside this time. And yet another excellent stop by the young keeper. Well, on occasion so far, Michael Watt will be happy to remember. Good play by Walter, drilling that in low at the corner. Keeper beat it behind. Backman and Stevens at the back for Rangers. Johnson's in the clear. Another chance for Rangers. And Mason clears in the box to stump the ball out for yet another corner kick. The pass there from Stevens. He looped Jim back, allowing Johnson to send the ball across. And it's Paul Mason who reaches it first. Aberdeen only sending one player out for these short corners. That's a surprise. Van der Aert giving it away. It's cleared off the line by McLeish. Van der Aert attempting a pass back, which is cut off by McCoy. Down goes Nicholas. That's a free kick to Aberdeen to ease the pressure further. Well, that was almost disastrous for Aberdeen. That was Van der Aert trying to find Michael Watt in goal. McCoy cut it off. Stevens played it in, but McLeish was there. Nicholas. Back into the path of Hillhouse. Good tackle by Goff. Back to Nicholas. Impeded there by Spackman. Indirect free kick given to Aberdeen. Spackman and Nicholas exchange some pleasantries. McLeish and Irvin make their way into the box for Aberdeen. They haven't had too many chances to do that in the second half. Up goes McLeish with Butcher. With Irvin. A great effort by Irvin, beautifully saved by Wood. Well, Brian Irvin has still to score this season for Aberdeen, but that's supposed to be come perhaps. Came off the head of Terry Butcher. The hook shot by Irvin through the ruck of players, well saved by Wood. Joyce and Johnson together. Break through to Hillhouse. Here's Nicholas. Chance for Aberdeen. Good turn by Nicholas. A fine effort. Well taken by Wood. Well, Nicholas certainly hungry for the action. Showing a lot of confidence in possession here. Trying to create room for the shot at goal. Hit left-footed, but well taken by Wood. Simpson warming up on the top for Aberdeen. An Aberdeen player goes down. Looks like Paul Mason as Rangers break on the left. Walter has switched to that side of the field. Johnson screaming for the ball on the near side. Has reached him. Chip. And there's Michael Watt. Confident enough to hold the ball under pressure from McCoy. And that's the allowing treatment now for Paul Mason. Well, just look at the confidence here in the young keeper. Chip ball in there from Johnson. Watt determined to hold that despite the attentions of McCoy. Gary Stevens did a forward run to make an angle for Walter. Now Stevens. And right across the penalty area onto his weaker foot, the left, using Stuart Monroe now. McCoy with the dummy, and it's McKimmie who's there to clear again for Aberdeen. Gary Stevens. Stuart Monroe. Brown has gone forward. That's a good cross. Up goes Johnson. Corner not too decisive with the clearance. Here's Walter. Testing and teasing the Aberdeen defence. 1-0 to Rangers. The keeper had no chance this time as Mark Walter opened the scoring. 14 minutes of the match left to play. A fine cross from John Brown. Came awkwardly away from Connor and from McLeish. But just look at the way Walter comes here. Makes space for himself for the shot away from Connor. and rifles the ball beyond Michael Watt to the far corner. Walters gets his 8th goal of the season. Hugely welcomed by the Rangers fans. Well, Aberdeen may have been thinking that they'd weather the storm, but that little piece of individual magic from Walters has changed all that. So here's Johnson with Spackman. McCoy trying to turn that into the pass of Monroe. House. Nicholas asking too much of Connor. Stephen steps in. Through the middle it goes for McCoy. The keeper has come to meet him. And a magnificent stop once again from Michael Watt. Congratulated by McCoy. Well, his judgment and his timing was brilliant here. McCoy's nudging the ball beyond the keeper at full stretch. He palmed it down and then dived on the ball to save the day for Aberdeen. And they're going to take off the goal-scoring hero, Mark Walters. This suggests that Rangers are going to close the door now. Applause for Walters as he departs. Applause also for Chris Vinicombe as he comes on to replace him. And Stephen supporting as he has done so effectively so often in the match. Back with Monroe, then Spackman. Stephen going towards Spackman. The tackle came from Irvin. The corner kick again for Rangers to be taken by Stephen. Up goes Terry Butcher. Back to Vinicombe. Stopped again by Watt. Still the danger not over for the Aberdeen defence. Back across to Trevor Stephen. That's blocked by Mason. The space now for Monroe to exploit. Headed away by Connor. Here's Spackman. Great vision. Picking out Monroe on the left. Back now with Trevor Stephen. Well, he's given plenty of time for the shot and goal. Couldn't get it on target. But once again, another magnificent save from the young goalkeeper Michael Watt. Came from that earlier corner kick. Played in by Stephen. Butcher got a touch. Look at this on the volley. And the keeper was there with an excellent reflex save. Charlie Nicholas is off. He's limping a little too, and so does Hans Hillhouse, who has never looked entirely comfortable in the match. So the two strikers go off. The replacements are Neil Simpson and Craig Robertson. Well, welcomed on by the Aberdeen fans. And there's a Brazilian film crew here to study McCoy and Johnson in particular, Richard Goff too, and Alec McLeish in defence for the World Cup coming up. Here's Johnson. Back with Vinicombe. Helped on by Johnson. There's a chance for McCoy. That settles it. 2 minutes from the end. McCoy gets his 15th goal of the season. And puts a more accurate reflection on the play this afternoon. Johnson back here to Vinicombe. Vinicombe sending over the cross. Johnson helped it on. It came off a defender's head. McCoy on his own. And Watt was helpless. Beck lost it in. An easy one in the end for Wood. Well, the 90 minutes now are over. It's been a splendid week for Rangers, beating two of their main rivals within the space of 4 days. And there goes the final whistle. Great reception for Rangers from their fans, and they certainly deserve it. It's an outstanding performance from Rangers. Final score in Ibrox, Rangers 2, Aberdeen 0.
That's as good as we've played this season. Maybe the only other game we've played as well as that would be our game where we lost to Aberdeen a few weeks ago up in Portrush. because up there we played in a similar fashion but came away with nothing.
You seem to have struck a balance in the middle of the field with Spackman and Stephen, which is a bit special.
We've at the moment we're happy with that. Spackman, we felt when we bought him would give us a better balance than we had with Ray Wilkins. Ray Wilkins was an excellent player, done very well for this club. But he's a type of player which we felt didn't complement Trevor Steven, and obviously Trevor Steven is a long-term one. And we feel that Spackman is right now doing the job that we brought him here for. But in saying that, it'd be wrong to pick out just the midfield today, because it was a real team performance from the front all the way through to our goalkeeper.
The interesting factor for me was the fact that there seemed to be no sense of panic when you had so much of the play without scoring for about 75 minutes.
Well, that sometimes stems from the crowd. Our crowd they show their nerves quicker than most crowds, I feel. And today they were with us. It was a big game. They knew how important it was for us. They stayed with us, and the lads kept playing. And it's not, I know it's okay for us, the managers and the coaches and people, to say keep playing and keep your patience and keep trying to work away. And not become frustrated. It's very easy to talk about. When you're out in the park, it's difficult to actually do that. But today, you're right on that. We did keep our patience today, and thoroughly got what we deserved, the 2 points. I felt 2-0 flatters them.
And that was despite a performance from a young man in goal, which is a bit special too.
Aye, all credit to a young fella coming here, 40,000. I suppose the biggest crowd, I think I'm right in saying before that might have been 17,000, 18,000. He came here. It was hostile. He can go away with his head held high today.
Yeah, it was a very good week, obviously.
We've got 4 points. We've got four points, Jock. There's a long way to go. I think we've got something like 28 points to play for. There's a hell of a lot of football to be played for in the next few weeks. And it's been a good week. We will enjoy it. And the thing we always preach to this club, it's no good looking that way. We only look that way. And that's what it's all about today.
You wouldn't entertain anyone saying that.
Don't even you say that. Right. Next question.
Okay, well done today, Gail. Thanks a lot.
We played reasonably well, as you say, without scoring, and we just plugged away and got the goal.
Well, it's aspiration, isn't it? That's what you felt could have been caused, of course, by a young man in the Aberdeen goal. What do you think about him?
Well, I better say he played well, because he's standing next to me and he's bigger than me. No, I could say, put my hand on my heart and say I thought he was different class today. And I know it's easy for me to sit and say that after a 2-0 victory, but I really do. He had a couple of saves today that were superb. I'm sure Pearson and the others would have been equally proud of them. The one from I think it was Big Goffy's header was a good save. I'm a bit biased. I thought the one he saved from me in the second half, when I honestly thought it was by him, was a better save.
I think you liked that one too, Michael, the one from Ali in the second half.
Yeah, I enjoyed that, yeah. Because I thought, going through my mind was the World Cup goal you scored, when you just chipped over the keeper, and the goalkeeper was left gaping. But then when I saw him twist their body, I knew he wasn't going to drive it.
Well, our expert analyst this week is Derek Johnson. Derek, the top 2 clubs in the league, what were your impressions?
Well, they certainly played like the top 2 clubs, Jock. It was a magnificent game to watch, and I think Rangers had 80% of the pressure in yesterday's match, and it always looked as if it was going to be a goalless draw. It was always going to take a wee bit of magic to separate the sides, and of course that's exactly what happened.
Well, we got the magic. In fact, we got a man of the match award too for the man who produced that, Mark Walker. Did you think that was fair?
Well, I don't think so. I think he was in and out of the game and for long spells in the match. He had a couple of good runs and good shots, but the goal made it for me.
He did show a bit of skill here, though, with Alec McLeish, the Scotland centre-half.
Well, that's fine. I mean, this is his favourite, isn't it? About 10 yards out, dummying him. But his final pass, that's probably what let him down most yesterday, was his final pass.
Here's the magic for the goal.
That's right. I mean, it's a good ball over by John, but a little bit of luck here. It bounced off a couple of knees. Look at that. He's back to his goal. He's got 2 or 3 Aberdeen players there. He shimmied through them in the one turn there, and what a marvellous strike. No goalkeeper would have got that.
It seems to be the case that you can afford, if you're a good team, to carry one player with that bit of magic. Is that how you see it?
Well, that's right. That's what happened. You can't afford to do that. I mean, the crowd was screaming for Mark Walters to come off, and so much to do, and so he kept him on because he always thought he could do something, and it proved right in the end.
Now, if we're talking about man of the match for Rangers, we'd have to consider Nigel Spackman. I know you know him very well, having played with him at Chelsea. What do you think are his main attributes?
Well, he's a worker, he's a grafter, you know. I mean, he's 6'2", and he's an athlete. He gets up and down the pitch, and he's a creator. Always works hard. He's a player's player. And he's never been a tackler in his life, because that was never part of his game. But I think since he's come up to Scotland, he's learned how to tackle, because he's been hit a few times. Here he's playing against a very experienced player, Jim Betts, and certainly let him know he was on the pitch as well.
Well, it was interesting because he was playing against Jim Betts, who perhaps is the form midfield man in the country at the moment, and he came out of that very well, didn't he?
He did well. His last 3 games, he played against John Collins, Paul McStay and Jim Betts, and I think he's been the man of the match for 3 games. Here you see a typical Nigel pass, first time, obviously Liverpool grooming there, magnificent pass. Here's the first timers again out. out wide as well. Fabulous.
You heard Graham Souness say that he thought that Nigel Spackness was played in a different way than Ray Wilkins.
Yeah, of course, Ray Wilkins played around the centre circle, didn't he? He dominated there and stuck passes forward. He could never back it up. Then there's Nigel Spackness, he covers every inch of the park. There's another creative pass forward. And he even scores now and again, as Celtic will have seen last Tuesday.
Well, he has been a key man in the crunch games, hasn't he? I mean, it seems to be very important that he has arrived at this time.
But he has, because it's meant that Trevor Stevens played very well since his arrival. He came off the wing, he's come inside and looked a far, far better player. And Spackman, I think, for £500,000 has got to be the steal of the century, really.
So we've got Nigel Spackman playing very well, but Trevor Stevens in a totally different way, ghosting about the middle of the park, seems to be a very important ingredient, doesn't he?
Well, he starts off in the middle of the park, but obviously the manager has said to him, you go out there and just enjoy yourself. Wherever the ball is, you go onto the end of it and create something from it. And that's what he does. He's enjoyed his game now. He's on the left 1 minute, he's on the right, he's creating, he scores goals now and again as well. There's Mr. Spackman again. Always outside the box, great defensive player. He always will be the defensive midfield player. And that's the two of them again. There he's on the right this time. Two-footed player. And there's another cracking left foot cross into the box there.
So obviously a good balance there in the Rangers midfield now. But what about Aberdeen? When they came with a very attacking-looking team with Nicholas, Hillhouse and Van der Ark up front, but it didn't turn out that way.
Well, I was disappointed with Aberdeen. I think defensively they played very well. Until Mark Walter scored, they looked capable of taking anything can throw at them. And but up front, you say Hillhouse, Van der Ark and Charlie Nicholas was very, very disappointed in them. And saying that, they get no ammunition from the midfield. If they don't get any ammunition, you can't shoot.
Well, with a special role too for Stuart McKinney, who appeared to be very well.
Well, that's right. It's the first time I've seen Stuart McKinney playing a sweeper, but he is a small player, but he's very, very quick. He's got a football brain, and I thought he, apart from the goalkeeper, was the two best Aberdeen players yesterday.
Well, let's talk about that goalkeeper, because he really had a day he'll remember forever, won't he?
Well, that's right. You can have this, and you'll have this tape in the bag. I mean, that was a turning point for him. That was a magnificent save. I think the first 20 minutes he was very, very nervy, but obviously he got confidence with that save. Here's another one. Mark Walter, a bit of magic. The worst kind of ball for a goalkeeper, the low one, but he was down there very, very quickly indeed.
This is the one he enjoyed, I think.
Well, I would think so. This is a magnificent pass by Stevens. McCoy's done everything right, put it by and below that. Off his line, flicks and dives on it. Marvellous stuff.
Must be difficult for this young man, though. He's got a serious smell that he knows will go right back into the first team when he comes back.
Well, that's it, but if anything else, he's played in front of 40,000, making saves like that. I mean, he'll treasure this day for the rest of his life.